that 70s channel. Well, I wanted to mention something today because I think it's important. We all have to make a decision on occasion, a big decision, a hauntingly large, critical decision, right? So I wanted to just share with you what I've done, and it has helped so much, and it's been very important, and I learned it the hard way. I had a decision to make one time. Many times I've made decisions. That picture's not crooked. It just looks crooked. Anyway, so to make a decision, there are many factors involved. You've got a time frame, for one thing, in which the decision needs to be made. So you have a week, you have an hour, you have 6 months, whatever it is. You have to make that decision within that time. So keep that in mind first. The first thing is to think, how much time do you have? And I've done this when I needed to make a decision and I only had an hour to make it. But the answer is always there, always. So remember that. Now, I'm going to give you a little example. One time, I had been a photographer, a stylist for a photographer. It's called a photo stylist. And I did a good job, and I had a portfolio of several years' work. And they were great pictures because he was a fabulous photographer. And I got lucky to get with him and do this. So I went to when I broke up with him, left that job, I went to a huge, reputable, wonderful production house in Atlanta, where they just did nothing but photography for every kind of thing you could imagine. All of Rich's, Macy's, Dillard's, Nordstrom's, and that could mean any kind of product too. People, clothing, coffee pots, whatever. So, and I had that opportunity. So I took my portfolio there and applied for that job, and I got it. And she was very happy to have me come. Well, wouldn't you know, the next day, or a couple of days later, my church, who I was involved with, came to me. The pastor and some of the upper echelons of that church offered me a job. And I said, well, I just took this other job. Well, they said, well, this is the Lord, this is the true way of life over here. That's just all that external stuff, this here is what, it's going to be great. You better take it. And being young and immature, I said, in spite of how badly I wanted to do this other one and how fitted I was for it, and how when you're fit with something, everything fits. The people you're working for, the people you're working with, the distance it is from your house, everything seems to work. Maybe one or two things are a little sacrifice, but most of it all works. That's the way that job was. This one over here, I felt it was out of my league. It was like, I'm not that person to do that kind of job. Well, being a people pleaser and worried about what people thought of me and all that, I took this one over here. To my chagrin, whatever that means. But anyway, I took it and I failed. And this one was haunting me over here. Why didn't I take it? But I didn't. So that's old news. But my point is, my gut said don't do this, but I did it anyway because of past programming and people's opinions. Okay, so this is where I'm going with this. This decision that you have to make, it's way beyond the mind. Now, your mind is where you analyze and you size things up and you check things out. You look at past, future, present. You look at all the factors. That's part of every decision, yes. But the largest part of the decision is your gut feeling. So that right there should show you where you're going to focus most of your thought processes. Yeah, you can get tangled up. The mind is the bottomless pit. It never ends. It's always spinning, always going. But this is, well, resolution happens here. The settling down, the right place for you, the right decision is here. So that when you do set off on the direction of this decision that's so comforting here, everything is working. You go like clockwork. This falls into place, this falls into place, this falls into place. Everything falls into place, maybe because we are on planet Earth, a few blips, but it's generally the overall scheme and picture is moving beautifully for you. Over here, it was like, well, it seemed like a good thing to do, and there's obstacles, and it's miserable, and you don't like it, but you've done it. So we've all been there, I'm sure. But what I wanted you to do is just remember when you make, or when you have to make a decision, please relax. It sounds corny to say breathe, but we must breathe. In and out, not, okay? Know that your mind is busy as hell, and it does see certain factors, but the truth, the answer, the decision is going to be a comforting stabilization of all this mental activity, okay? And you do know the truth. You will know. You will know if you only have an hour. You will know it in the 6 weeks. You will know it in the 6 months. You will know what to do. And if you do have a long time, like 6 months, 6 weeks, return to this. Because your mind is going to start up again. Return, return, return. Stay on the path. Stay on the path of comfort and quiet, stillness, and reason. Okay, reason. Not mental gymnastics about past, present, future, everybody, whatever they're saying, whatever you've been taught. Go back, go to something clean and fresh. It doesn't matter about other people's opinions. It really, you cannot take that into consideration. Opinions are just, we can't be people pleasers. Once we get that through our head, we start to live. Okay? Anyway, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. I send you happiness in your decision making. Enjoy your day in your small decisions of the day even. Use this, and just live your life, enjoy it. These things are not that horrendous. Not if we come back to where the answer lies. All right. Talk to you in my next video. This is Jeannie Robertson, That 70s Channel. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.